Hey everyone, it's Lisa Rosser with the Valley of a Veteran, and I want to welcome you back to another session of Ask the Military Recruiting Expert Mondays, where every Monday I post a short, less than 10-minute video that answers questions that I've received over the weeks from various recruiting and diversity professionals who have questions about military recruiting and things that they're not clear on, things that they'd like to understand a little bit better. So the question I'm going to answer today deals with how do we measure return on investment for going to various military career fairs. Because if you've ever noticed, military career fairs, the audience, the demographic that attends these career fairs is not the same as if you're attending a more traditional or standard career fair. Because think about it, if you go to a standard career fair, one would assume that every single person that's attending that career fair is actively looking for work. Either they're currently unemployed or they know they're about to be downsized, and so they're being very proactive about it. You might get the occasional passive attendee who is, just sniffing around and trying to see what kind of opportunities might exist, but most of them don't take time off of work to go do that. But if it's a physical career fair, generally the people you meet are actively looking. And they are, for the most part, actively looking in the area where the career fair is taking place. So you send your appropriate team to go to that career fair, and you've got your list of 60, 90, 120-day openings, and by and large the openings that are in that general area. And then you're just trying to find the right candidates for your jobs. That's not how it's going to work with military. And so if you're used to traditional career fairs and you're just trying to measure, how many electricians did I meet? How many healthcare practitioners did I meet? How many of them applied for jobs and things like that? That's a great metrics to follow for your traditional career fairs. It's going to throw it off if you're trying to use the same metrics to do military career fairs. And here's why, and here's what's different. With our military members, especially those that are transitioning off of active duty, when they joined the military, they signed a contract, and that contract has an end date. And so unless they're planning on re-enlisting or staying in an additional amount of time, they're going to leave the service at the end of that end date. And it's not a secret. It's not like, oh, don't tell anyone I'm leaving. At some point they have to sign paperwork saying that, I plan on getting out on the date of the end of my contract. So that, again, all the people that are in the power that be can make plans and decisions on, replacing those, how many more people do we need to recruit to replace the number of people who are leaving. So it's not a secret. They're going to be leaving the military. So because of that, they are going to be attending career fairs much earlier in their process of getting out of the military than perhaps you're used to seeing at traditional career fairs. So again, traditional career fair, you're used to seeing people who are actually currently unemployed or who know they're going to be unemployed in a fairly short amount of time. With military career fairs, you're going to see some people who know that their end date is coming up in 30, 60, 90 days. So they are actively looking for positions right now, but you're also going to see almost an equal, if not more, number of people who are more than 6 months away from leaving the service. You're going to see people who are 12 months, 18 months. I've seen someone who was 3 years away from leaving the service, attending these events. And honestly, I applaud that because they should be doing their research as early as they possibly can and coming to meet with you. But for the uninitiated to military recruiting, you might be like, why in the world is someone who is not even available this year coming to this career fair and talking to me about opportunities? I can't do anything for this person. Oh, you can. You actually can assist that person. And I've done other Ask the Military Recruiting Expert sessions on things that you could do to assist them. So do take a moment to check those out. But again, if you're using how many people applied for our jobs, that's the wrong metric because your number might be very, very small compared to the number of people perhaps that you spoke with. Or the number of people who signed up for your Keep Warm list or your Join Our Talent Network list if you have those kinds of things. So that's one of the things that I would measure instead. Is if you do have some kind of a keep warm list, some kind of a contact relationship management software, some kind of some tracking system that allows the service member to opt in to hear from you, then that's what I would measure first, is how many people did we meet and get into our tracking system. And one of the very best things that I've heard from other employers is if there's a way to kind of segment your tracking system. And so whether it's, these are the folks that have the skill that we really need to hire on a consistent basis, and then you have a track where, they're not necessarily the skill that we're looking for, but we still want to, be good citizens out here and offer them great advice. So we're going to send those two populations very different messages. So the ones who have the skills that we're looking for, they're just not available right now. We want to be able to track them by that date that they're going to be leaving the military. And then we're going to want to send them the types of messages that would encourage them and help them see the light in terms of what they could do for our company, and when the right time is to start applying, and any special career fairs you might be doing online, virtual or physical, that they might want to come and meet your recruiters at these events, or any webinars that you're offering. You're definitely going to want to give that population a different set of messages. And then the population that maybe isn't quite exactly what you're looking for, but you still want to be good citizens, you're giving them more general transition advice and help advice on, how to prepare yourself to leave the military, how to do your resume, how to use LinkedIn, more general advice. So again, if there's a way for you to do that, then that's what I would recommend is put that in place, and then that's what you track. Is how many folks signed up in general, and then maybe more specifically, how many did you talk to that were in the track that you're looking for. Another piece of advice around, again, going to those career fairs and tracking ROI, again, you might be thinking, well, yeah, I talked to 80 people, but 2 of them had the skill set that I was looking for, and that's a terrible metric, and I can't go back and say we spent all this money or this time or this travel or people's time away from the office or the exhibit booth or whatever, whatever the cost was for you to be there, and then say I found 2 people and, maybe only one of them is actually available right now. So what you, again, have to look for on things like that is understanding what skills you're looking for, and are you making it crystal clear before someone even approaches your table that that's what you're looking for. Because I find that, we just sort of assume that everyone knows our company, and we're a Fortune, 20 company, and we're a $18 billion company. Hasn't everyone heard of us? No, they haven't. They don't know anything about your company. They have no idea what you need to hire, unless it's, incredibly obvious. And in some cases, it's not incredibly obvious. If you're a, major retailer at these companies, they might be thinking, the kid might walk past your table going, well, I don't want to be the greeter. I don't want to be a cashier. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm a mechanic. What could I possibly do for that company? They have no idea, that you have hundreds and hundreds of maintenance positions at your distribution centers. So they're going to walk right past your table, and you're not going to know that they were there. So what you need to do, and my recommendation is, come up with a big placard, go to Office Depot and get something printed out, and make it just incredibly visible that I could see that from, 3 rows away, what you are looking for. We are looking for maintenance people and electricians and, operations professionals and HR people, whatever your typical hiring load is, not just specifically what you need in the next 30, 60, 90 days, but in general, what do you need? And make that placard really big so someone can see it from, many, many paces away, and put that out on your table. And you're going to get the kid who's going to walk by and go, wait a minute, they said they need maintenance people. I don't understand why this, retailer needs maintenance people, but okay, I'm curious enough to stop by. Now you got them. So now you're having a chance to put them in your pipeline, and you can measure that, and you're going to see an increase in the number of people that you've talked to at these career fairs that are more in line with what you're looking for. All right, so that's been today's Ask the Military Recruiting Expert Monday. I hope you found that helpful. Follow the hashtag Ask the Military Recruiting Expert Monday so you can see every time I post one of these videos. Again, my name is Lisa Rosser. I'm the founder and CEO of The Value of a Veteran. Look for these tips to come out every week. Short, less than 10-minute video, just a little piece of advice from a question that's been submitted. If you have a question, or if you want more detail on anything that I've done in the past to give you advice, drop the comment below so that I can see it. And then maybe your question will be featured on a future Ask the Military Recruiting Expert session Monday. Great. Take care, everybody. See you next time.